I think I don't think it's good to teach men that, in general, of course, there's always context, always different situations where it makes sense, but in general, it's better to be more emotional, because who does that help? You know, when you're trying to do your work, focus on your studies, be diligent and not play video games and not mope about whatever, this or that, instead of doing your work and, you know, building up your life. If you're focusing too much on your emotions, you're kind of using them, let's say, as a guide. And I'll say, the way I see it is, if you have an emotion, it pops up, it's really strong. And then you immediately feel that there's an action that you should take based on that emotion. You're going to feel that, but then I think it kind of shows that I'm sort of into meditation. But what I think is a lot more effective is to watch the emotion arise, let it arise, watch the type of action that you feel that you should take based on that emotion. Let that intention arise too, and then wait for it to pass away. And then once the emotion is finally passed, you should be able to say, okay, this emotion rose for a reason. What was the reason for that? Well, this happened. Okay, what is the most practical thing to do based on that? What is the most practical solution to do based on these situations that created that emotion? And then you have your answer. But if you just go problem, emotion, action, it's usually going to be something that is not really effective and is not really going to better, you know, get the best outcome for you that would be most effective for you and your community. And so, for example, it goes back to what you're talking about with the boundary setting that a father will do with the children particularly the male children. You're doing that rough and tumble play, and then you get taught about a boundary. So you start to learn that, like, oh, my emotions aren't necessarily telling me what the best action to take. Just because my anger told me that I want to punch my dad in the face, okay, I have to learn this process of suppress the emotion, stop, assess what the best action is, and then go with that. It's kind of a hard thing to process, because I think nowadays there are some things that it's good to tell men, don't just repress all your emotions and like try and think about why you think this way, you know, analyze your childhood and all that. But then sometimes it can go a little too far to where it's like a too feminine solution to a masculine problem.